Why wait for me to put it together on my own like a fool?
I thought I could deny my feelings.
Season 2 Bridgerton was released on Netflix in March 2022, and it's full of jaw-dropping, mind-blowing, and heart-wrenching moments that have us either chuffed to bits or clutching our pearls. If we thought Season 1 had suspense and scandal, we were in for a ride in Season 2, which is just full of one unexpected turn right after another. Right from the moment Lady Danbury influenced the Queen's choice of the season's diamond with her infamous words, "You said you wanted to shake up the season, now's your chance." Shake up the season they did indeed, and the result is an enemies to lovers, forsaken love story between Miss Kate Shorma and Lord Anthony Bridgerton that has enamored the town. Before we're whisked through time to a different century to experience this whirlwind romance, please remember to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give this video a huge thumbs up.
Give me orders and you expect me to listen. I do not listen.
Well, perhaps you should.
Oh, I shall never listen to you or to anyone I wholeheartedly disagree with.
Are y'all done? Great. Now it's time for us to spill the tea in all the best scenes in Bridgerton Season 2. Netflix's Bridgerton Season 2 was the most viewed Netflix English language TV title in its premiere weekend, and for a good reason. This historical fiction and romance drama based on the books by Julia Quinn leads us to experience a time we never lived in as though we were all right there with them, and had us feeling tingles all the way down to our toes. Of course, it would not be Bridgerton if it were not full of drama and romance and plenty of scandals. So let's revisit some of the best moments from Bridgerton Season 2. Throughout Season 1, we viewed Anthony Bridgerton as a playboy who had the most confusing and even slightly cruel view of love. Finally, he no longer escaped the clutches of marriage, and since misery loves company, he decided to share his frustration with those around him by treating them dreadfully. In his search for a suitable bride, he rolls out standards that seem impossible for any one woman to attain while he holds out some hope that there is a chance, however slim it might be, for love to bloom throughout his marriage. Without a backstory, we're completely at sea about why Anthony had such views on love and marriage until we got to see the events that shaped him into the man he became.
I've already compiled an index of the season's eligible misses and have arranged interviews.
Interviews.
His father, Edmund Bridgerton, died from a bee sting when Anthony was a young man, and the height of responsibility as the new Viscount fell on his shoulders. During this traumatic experience, his mother was pregnant with the youngest Bridgerton child. Seeing firsthand how much pain and suffering the loss caused the mother, Anthony couldn't bear to cause such pain to someone else. This developed his cynical perspective on love and marriage, which his mother and sister Daphne, try as they might, could never convince him to change. Whatever opinions Anthony Bridgerton might have in love, Cupid had a plan, and he decided to work with fate to pull it off. As we all might expect, Anthony was so far having little luck in the way of finding women that met his impossible standards. Who would have guessed that he would run into the woman of his dreams as he returned from visiting a prostitute? Horses and hearts raced as he came across the witty Kate Shorma, who was riding out without a chaperone. At the end of their chance encounter, Cupid's arrow had been smoothly lodged in Anthony's heart. Kate was a far cry from any woman Anthony had met so far in the ton. Obviously intrigued and taken aback by her, the smitten Bridgerton had a bigger smile on his face than we had seen him before then, and we were all left wondering where this budding romance would lead. After their first meeting, the two have their second encounter at the soiree thrown by Lady Danbury for the Shormas as their entrance to society. At the event, Kate is caught eavesdropping when she happens to overhear Anthony as he shares his misogynistic requirements for a wife and vents his cynical views on marrying for love. Apparently, this doesn't stop him from turning up his charm and attempting to seduce the stunning lady with a smile. This is when he tells her, "You find my smile pleasing," making us all swoon. Everyone, that is, except the woman it is directed at. After all, she has heard Kate is in no mood for his flirting and is completely resistant to his charms. She bids him goodnight and leaves, but her anger and reproachfulness only succeed in making him more amused and intrigued by her. The mysterious Lady Whistledown had caused quite a stir from the beginning of Season 1, and this was a mystery Eloise Bridgerton was determined to unravel, going as far as approaching the Queen. Eloise was set on unmasking the gossiper, but she never did. Yet, as we would discover, the answer to all her questions was always right under her nose: Penelope Featherington. Eloise's closest friend was exceptionally dedicated to her routine as regards writing her latest Lady Lady Whistledown gossip. All the earned money and evidence that linked her to her alter ego personality were kept well hidden in her floorboards, and when it was time to get some work done, she posed with a strong Irish accent as Lady Whistledown's servant. As a self-proclaimed wallflower, all the gossip she needed to get was sourced at parties where she heard everything while remaining discreetly unnoticed. When Eloise fails to discover who the mysterious Lady Whistledown is, Queen Charlotte accuses her of being said gossiper. This puts her in a risky position and forces Penelope to act in order to protect her friend and herself.
Trusted you.
It was the only way I could convince the Queen it wasn't you. It was the only way I could save you.
The only person you were interested in saving was yourself.
In the end, it's Penelope herself who slips up, giving Eloise the clues she needs to figure out her hidden identity. The season ends with an intensely emotional scene between these two friends whose friendship is threatened by the discovery. Their feud remains unresolved despite Penelope's attempts during the party to find Eloise and somehow recover their friendship. Thankfully, regardless of the real showdown, the daring Penelope continues to write as Lady Whistledown. Only two people were aware of the dowry that would be paid by the Sheffield family if Edwina married someone who had their approval: Kate Shorma and Lady Danbury. Kate was well used to harboring secrets to protect her little sister. However, there was always a lot of tension whenever Lady Mary Sheffield Shorma was in the same room with the rest of the family. This tension blew up at the dinner where Anthony and his mother, Lady Violet Bridgerton, were finally to meet with Edwina's grandparents, who were well known to be difficult when it came to the topic of marriage. After all, it was these same people who disowned their own daughter because she chose to marry for love and not status. In the midst of the entire dispute, complete with a barrage of yelling, the secret slipped out. Finally, Anthony Bridgerton admirably stands up to the Sheffields and firmly asks for them to leave. First, there is anger over Sheffield's treatment of his intended bride. However, he cannot deny the relief he feels. This disagreement is way out of his engagement to Edwina, which would give him the freedom to pursue Kate. However, Kate opposes this and manages to persuade Anthony to still marry Edwina. Eventually, the two sisters get into a fight over the secret. This scene broke her hearts and brought tears to her eyes, but we can't deny that this is a moment with the superb acting in the season. After dismissing the Sheffields, we are treated to the scene that leaves us all breathless. Left alone with Kate, he finally confesses his desires with the most powerful poetic words. "Honor is hanging by a thread that grows more precarious with every moment I spend in your presence. You are the bane of my existence and the object of all my desires."
You are the bane of my existence.
This is undoubtedly a man who has a way with words, and as he gradually approaches the astounded Kate, she admits to having been plagued with the same feelings. This heart-wrenching moment eventually leads us to definitely making the list of best scenes. Has to be the moment Anthony and Kate profess their love for one another during the season 2 finale. They certainly gave us a long wait with the seemingly unending obstacles in their continuous decisions to fight their feeling out of fear and stubbornness. However, love always prevails, and with both of them finally giving in after sharing an intimate night together, the season ends on the most satisfying note. This happy ending is only the beginning of their love story as they share a kiss with enough passion for setting off fireworks. Literally. And we are eventually wed off screen. It's no wonder season 2 Bridgerton has us all obsessed over its central lovers. One thing no one can deny is that this season was bloody brilliant. To no one's surprise, Bridgerton's season now ranks #1 in up to 92 countries worldwide based on Netflix's global top 10 list. Already we're looking forward to the next season and wondering what it'll bring. Hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. This video can't possibly come to an end without us reminding you, yet again, subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notifications. Leave a comment letting us know your favorite scenes from Bridgerton Season 2 and what you expect in the next season. Thank you for watching, and until we meet next time, farewell.